So my name is Shana Peschek. I am the director of the Construction Center of Excellence, and it is my pleasure to be a part of this biennial conference since beginning in 2010. One of the things you'll notice is that throughout the day, anytime we need to get your attention, I have this little cowbell. This is a special cowbell because it is the one that my son, who's here today, rang while I ran the Seattle half marathon that he talked me into because he ran the children's marathon. Why that's important is because I have run a marathon, a half marathon, and little races, and what that means around tying that to registered apprenticeship is that what we're doing to expand is not a sprint, it is a marathon. This is going to take lots of effort from all of us in all of our special areas to really grow the capacity that we have either as in your family lives and also in your professional lives to support registered apprenticeship as an educational modality that really opens up equity and access for people for post-secondary options that they may not have thought about. I'm extremely proud of the work we've done over the last couple of years in coordination with Washington State Labor and Industries to expand into the youth space and also into other industries. So we have a very packed agenda, lots of great breakout sessions, lots of fantastic speakers from all over the region, and I hope that you can take away not only bits of information to inform your daily and personal lives to support this, but also some really great connections, because that's what we need, are the partnerships and the working together to support this effort. It is my honor and privilege to introduce the conference MC, Mr. Jody Robbins. He is the manager of the apprenticeship section at Washington State Labor and Industries, and he's come up through apprenticeship, so he is the epitome of what it means for apprenticeship to open doors for your career. So with that, I'd like to welcome Jody.
Thank you, Shana, and welcome everybody to the 4th Biennial Pacific Northwest Apprenticeship Education Conference. It is an honor and a privilege to be here in front of you today, helping you guide your way through this very diverse set of workshops we have for you. I have dedicated the better part of my life to registered apprenticeship training. The opportunities I found within the sheet metal industry were extensive. From mentoring apprentices as a journey worker once I graduated, to inspecting HVAC system installations, and teaching and directing the apprenticeship training program, registered apprenticeship opened doors for me like none before. This is truly a system that expands opportunities, and therefore it's rather fitting that the theme for this conference is expansion. We are in an endeavor in the state of Washington right now. We are referring to it as RAISE Washington. It is the Registered Apprenticeship Initiative for System Expansion in Washington. We are working with partners like the Employment Security Department, the Construction Center of Excellence, and other centers of excellence around the state within the State Board for Community and Technical Colleges. We are working with the State Apprenticeship Coordinators Association and a list of stakeholders that goes on for an hour or so. I won't go into that. But suffice to say, we're developing quite a community of practice here in the state of Washington to grow and support registered apprenticeship across industries, and using those lessons learned from the building trades who have anchored this system for decades in the United States. So not only are we expanding RA programs, registered apprenticeship programs in the region, we have an expanded menu of workshop offerings. As I was preparing for this MC gig, I looked at all of the different tracks and all the different workshops, and I was just flatly amazed. I've been involved in the planning, but as it's all come together, there is truly something for everyone in these workshop offerings. So I encourage you to attend as many as you can. You're going to dive into such topics as employer engagement, apprenticeship ROI, best practices in preparing for registered apprenticeship or pre-apprenticeship, international perspectives from our Canadian partners, minor workers in registered apprenticeship, or what is commonly called youth apprenticeship. We're going to talk about information technology enhancements. The IT world is embracing apprenticeship. You're going to hear about women in trades And I was reviewing one of the workshops. It appears there is even going to be an elephant in one of the breakout sessions. So I would like to just take a few minutes. I do have to call out an individual, and I have not seen the whites of his eyes yet this morning, so I'm certainly hoping he is here. William Kober, Bill Kober, are you in the house? Patty, did Bill show up? Oh, there he is. Bill, remain standing for just a second. So some of you may know Bill Kober. He's right back here in the center of the room. Bill's been hanging around these registered apprenticeship programs for, I was told, 38 years, Bill. Is that about right? Right on. So he's seen a few things along the pathway, and I just wanted to call out Bill. He's been threatening to retire for some years now, and I understand that the end of this year, he's going to start the next chapter in his life. And if you just join me in giving a warm welcome and round of applause for Bill. And then if I could have I am just really the figurehead at LNI. There's a lot of worker bees under me making the apprenticeship system happen in the state of Washington. If I could just get my staff to stand up, and any of our apprenticeship council members that are here, I saw a couple of council members, but if you would stand up, if you are an LNI apprenticeship section staff or an apprenticeship council member. So just take note of these folks standing up. If you want to get something done in your region, we have staff in every corner of Washington State. They will work with you, work with your partners to register an apprenticeship program. We go far and wide and prioritize starting and new developments of programs. So I want to just recognize these folks. They are doing yeoman's work day in and day out. We try to keep them within 40 hours, but the demands from the public often take them into overtime, and we're asking for more resources. But let's help me give it up for these folks that do work every day to make this happen. Thank you, guys. All right, so with that, we've got some business to do, and I want to encourage everyone. I'm a little remiss in terms of technology, right? I don't have Facebook or anything like that. I wander in the woods and I do things outside, and my phone is generally not with me. So as I'm getting ready for this conference, I hear there's an app. There's this cool app that you can download. It's on the conference website, but I actually played with it a little bit, and it is pretty cool. You can actually customize your whole experience here with that app. So I encourage you to take a look at that. It's on the website, which is www.PNWAEC.com. I think it's on the board behind me. As you set up and customize your program, we have several activities coming at you today. We're going to have 2 breakout sessions scheduled today. We also have a panel of apprentices, actual live apprentices that are going to talk during the lunch session. We're going to hear from a renowned speaker. Ken Coates is going to deliver our keynote this morning. And I would just encourage you to help us eat all of the food that we put out before you. We're paying a lot of money for this food, so don't leave any crumbs on the table. Finish it all, or stuff some in your pockets, take it home to your kids. I don't care. But anyway, and we have wonderful vendors. You probably saw those vendors as you came in, and then somebody ordered up a beautiful day in Tacoma. I must say, what a wonderful day to kick off this conference. And so we're going to conclude this session today with a networking no-host bar. I think that's a hosted bar, Shana. It says no host, but I believe we got that bar hosted, which is a good thing if you're, free drinks, right? Hey. So there'll be some finger food and some drinks after the end of the day's sessions here today, so I encourage you to stick around. That networking is huge. It's very important to our cause, and we look forward to a lot of good, productive partnerships coming out of this event. And then I want to say, this doesn't come off without sponsors. And so I would just want to call out our gold sponsor, and I'll be calling them out several times during this event. The Washington State Labor Council donated enough money to get to the gold level, and they are our only gold sponsor. So give it up for the Washington State Labor Council.